Philip II of Macedon and his son Alexander had just delivered a harsh and humbling blow to the allied forces of Athens and Thebes at the pivotal Battle of Kyrenia. The field, now silent, was covered with the remains of fallen Greek soldiers. At the victory celebrations that followed, Philip, flushed with triumph and wine, staged a crude display, lurching and dancing atop the corpses of his defeated enemies. Alexander, watching this, felt only disgust and outrage. He approached his father and sharply rebuked him, saying, "Philip, the savage, it seems the Athenian scorn for you wasn't entirely misplaced." Philip stopped for a moment, eyeing his young son with a mix of pride and sorrow. "No matter my deeds, Alexander," he said, "to these Greeks, I'll always be a brute. But you, my son, Aristotle has shaped you. You are now more a child of Hellas than I will ever be. So I charge you with a vital task. Go to Athens and secure their surrender." After the crushing defeat at Kyrenia, Athens was steeped in dread and uncertainty. With most of its army shattered, the city feared for its very survival. Nearly defenseless, it braced for the worst. Against this grim backdrop, Alexander, only 18 years old, entered Athens with a small retinue. To his surprise, he was received with grandeur and honors worthy of a legendary hero. The city's leaders, desperate to appease him, sought to win the young conqueror's favor. Athens was a wonder to Alexander's eyes. His path led him to Plato's famed academy, where his mentor Aristotle had once studied. He then marveled at the magnificent theater of Dionysus, where timeless Greek dramas he so loved were performed. But when he climbed the Acropolis and looked upon the majestic temple of Athena, the cultural splendor of Athens pierced his soul. There, he grasped the weight of the greatness now placed under his charge. After touring the city, Alexander stood before the Athenian assembly. In front of tense and anxious delegates, he delivered his father's terms plainly. "Athenians, my father, King Philip of Macedon, out of mercy and respect for this city's glorious past, offers peace and alliance. Captured soldiers will return home. Your rights and property will be fully respected. No Macedonian troops will remain in Athens, and your freedom will be preserved. The only condition is that Athens joins us as allies in the great venture ahead." The assembly, stunned by such unexpected leniency in their moment of weakness, swiftly agreed. Philip, aware of how vital Athens' navy would be for his planned campaign against Persia, chose to win the city through grace rather than force. Soon after, the Macedonian king ordered the construction of a monument honoring the Greek warriors who had fallen in the bloody clash at Kyrenia. The result was the Lion of Kyrenia, a grand stone lion seated upright in solemn watch. For Philip and Alexander, the lion symbolized bravery, martial might, and Macedon's firm grip over Greece's classic city-states. Yet for the defeated, especially the Thebans and Athenians, it stood as a lasting mark of their downfall and weakness before Macedon's rising power. With this gesture, Philip showed respect for his enemy's courage, proving his victory had not been over unworthy foes. But by erecting such a striking monument, the Macedonians also sent a clear message to all of Greece. Their army's strength was unyielding, and their rule uncontested. After calming Athens, Philip summoned all Greek cities to Corinth for a grand Pan-Hellenic gathering. Delegates from across Greece arrived, all except the defiant Spartans, who remained unyielding. Before the assembled representatives, Philip, in the full splendor of his victory, addressed them. "Greeks, for too long our cities have clashed, draining each other's strength while our true foe, the Persian Empire, has thrived and grown beyond our borders. The time has come to end our feuds and unite against the enemy we all share. I propose a mutual defense pact under my leadership, so together we may carry war to the empire that has long shamed and wronged us." These words stirred something deep in the hearts of the Greeks. Their ancient hatred of Persia, nursed since the Persian Wars, flared anew. Philip, now both shrewd statesman and supreme commander of united Greece, was hailed by all as hegemon, the unrivaled leader of the campaign that would change the course of history. In that assembly, Alexander watched silently. He knew his father's true ambitions were far greater than anyone there could imagine, a quest as epic as those sung in Homer's Iliad. And Alexander, aware of the role he was destined to play, already dreamed of the fame that awaited him across the seas. Wherever Alexander went, his growing renown preceded him. His decisive role at Kyrenia quickly became legendary. Leading the Macedonian cavalry, the young prince displayed a rare combination of fearless daring, sharp strategy, and natural command. His defeat of the Theban sacred band, Greece's most feared and honored fighting force, shocked the entire nation. Among the Greeks, and especially among Macedon's own ranks, Alexander earned immense respect. His close companions, Hephaestion, Ptolemy, Craterus, and Perdiccas, now saw him not just as Philip's son, but as his rightful heir, proven by merit on the battlefield. His leadership forged deep bonds of trust and loyalty. His courage in danger inspired near-total devotion among his men. Hephaestion, above all, became his constant shadow, while Ptolemy and Craterus regarded him as the clear leader of the future army destined to march on Persia. Yet despite these strong bonds, Alexander's rise also stirred envy and unease among older generals who feared the young prince's growing fame might outshine Philip himself. Alexander's ascent as both a war hero and a symbol of Greek unity unsettled the delicate balance of power at court. Many Macedonian nobles began to see him as a threat to their own influence, especially those with ambitions to shape or even succeed Philip's rule. Soon, plots and intrigues multiplied within the royal circle. Whispers spread, accusing Alexander, buoyed by his success and ambition, of plotting to overthrow his father. Meanwhile, Philip faced rising domestic tension with Olympias, Alexander's mother, who was accused by rivals of encouraging her son's ambition and stoking conflict between father and son. These schemes and suspicions bred an atmosphere of growing distrust and strain between the two great figures, Philip and Alexander, setting the stage for the storm that was soon to come.